So, number 5 in the 42 ideas on leadership is about SMART goals. Very often, leaders are recognized for creating vision in their company. But one of the important elements of creating vision is also creating specific goals for how to achieve that vision. So, the version we're going to look at of SMART, because there are many versions of SMART out there, is the following. S is for specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is relevant, and T is time-bound. Sometimes it's A is for agreed, R is for realistic, and T is for trackable. But M sometimes is also motivating. But this is the one we're going to use. This is the version we're going to use of the SMART model for making goals. When we're talking about specific, and the specific part of creating goals, we talk about who's involved, what has to be done, where it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, why are we doing it. The measurable is how much do we need to prove that we've done each section, how many things will we need, how will we know that we've achieved each part of or each stage of the goal. The achievable is how are we going to do this. The relevant is this the right time? Are the right people involved? Is it the right place? Is it even worth it? And finally, time-bound is when do we need this done by? What are the stages involved? We'll give an example just to put it into practice. Imagine that we want to move to a better office building. Well, the questions we would ask in the specific stages: who's going to move? Who's going to be affected? Who's going to be involved? What should the new building look like? Where will we move? What area of the city or the town will we move? And when will we move by? These are all specific parts of creating our goal. The next one is measurable. How much or how many things do we know to show what a better office building is? So what are our present and future metrics that we're using to measure better? Because if we're going to go to a better building, it has to be better. But how do we prove that it's better? Well, that means we have to say that it is brighter, so that we can use light, the amount of light in the building as a measure, that it's a bigger space, that might be better. So that's easy to prove. It might be that it has access to better restaurants, so therefore we know how many restaurants in their area. How do we actually measure our success in achieving the goal? Is it achievable? Do we have the money to buy a new building? Do we have the time to achieve this? Possibly we're already in a fantastic place, so it's not possible to get any better than this. So is this achievable? Is the goal achievable? Is it relevant? When we say relevant is, do people care about the move? Are we already happy in the office building that we're in at the moment? Will it improve life at the company? If we're the people that are the owners of the company, will it improve the bottom line? Will it simply cost us money rather than increasing profits or making the place a better place to work? So is it relevant to us? Finally, time. Is there urgency? Do we need to move within a certain amount of time? How do we measure the stages? Do we say that by X time we should have this done? We should have at least found 4 or 5 places that we could look at. Then at the next stage, have we got money together? At the next stage, have we moved in? At the next stage, is everything in place? Is it time bound? So we can actually measure, not only are we measuring success, but we're measuring it in terms of have we achieved different things by different times. So together, this is a simple example of how the SMART goals work in practice. But it is also the idea behind this from a leader's point of view is that we have to bring the vision down into specific workable ways of achieving our vision and our overall overarching goals. So that's number 5 in the 42 ideas on leadership, SMART goals.